What's crack-a-lackin'? It's your boy Broshmo, just in case you did not know. So, today we're talking the Texans offense. Can they take that next step? Will the offensive line hold up? I'm here to answer that. So, before we dive in, get subscription. Give me a like if you enjoy the content. It helps this channel immensely, and I appreciate it a ton. Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, let's go ahead. Let's get in the quarterback of this team, Deshaun Watson. Last year, not a bad year. It was good. It was par for the course. But we know how good he really can be. So I'm looking for him to improve. Go back to that rookie season where he was just lighting it on fire. But that means this offensive line needs to get better. You know it. You know it. That has been one of the biggest complaints, one of the biggest struggles is the offensive line. And you're going to have to ask a lot from these rookies you drafted this past year. In an ideal situation, these rookies, these second-year players need to get better. Julian Davenport needs to be better. Titus Howard, you need to be able to start at least on the right side. And I think even Max Sharpen, who I think honestly he would be better than either of those tackles, at least right now for Titus Howard. He's got some development to do. But right now, that's why I project him as a starter inside there at guard. Nick Martin, honestly, has been the best guy on this offensive line. That's not saying much, but it's the truth. Zach Fulton, he's average. But there's a lot of names on the Texans offensive line. Matt Khalil, you got Martinez, Rankin. I mean, Jontrell Henderson, like Osino Kilimite. It's just there's not a lot of talent. Like those guys, okay, yeah, they're talented, but there's no consistency. The only consistency is bad play. Watson's getting sacked. I thought we were done with the years of David Carr. Protect your man. That was me going on a little bit of a rant. But I think also the skill position players, like this offense isn't as good as you think. Lamar Miller he's okay. There's nothing wowing about him. And honestly, Deontay Foreman, man's supposed to have been taking over for Miller the last 2 years. He's been hurt or he just hasn't played that well. So there's really no one behind these guys. And it's a shame. And even a receiver, the three I listed, that's about all you got, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, benefit of the doubt. Probably one of the best, if not the best wide receiver in the NFL right now. Kiki Kuti, he looked really good last year. That's why I put it in the slot. Will Fuller. Give us a full season, Will Fuller. And that's what I mean. Even at tight end, you got Jordan Thomas and Jordan Atkins. Granted, Kahil Warren, the guy you drafted at San Diego State, could make he would make sense. He's gonna get some playing time there in tight end. Tight end might be a revolving door, man. You might be getting new starters every week there. But the offense, I want to bring y'all back to earth. Y'all have an extremely talented Deshaun Watson and an extremely talented DeAndre Hopkins. That's about it. Everyone else needs to play better and needs to be healthy. I can't say the same about the defense because the defense is a monster. And it starts that, like, the front on this defense, really good. DJ Reader, very good. Brandon Dunn's played very well. JJ Watt, probably one of the best defensive players of all time. He's up there with LT and let's be honest, Aaron Donald might be up there too. He might be the top, the pinnacle. But I'll talk about that in my Rams video. But JJ Watt's really good, and when healthy, he's still playing at a very high level. Now Clowney, he's playing on the franchise tag. He hasn't played up to that first overall pick billing, because they haven't really established a position for him. He's played on the line, he's played outside, he's kind of a chess piece. I'm not saying he's not good. No, he plays very well. You know, it's just the production hasn't really been there, and he has been hurt. But last year he played well. You also have Whitney. Oh man, it's on the tip of my tongue. Marcellus, who he's declining. He's aging. It happens. Father time catches up to us all. So I could see him more on a passing down only or in some type of rotation there. And then you got McKinney and Cunningham, Manning, the middle being kind of like your essentially they're your inside linebackers, and especially Cunningham. He was very impressive last year, so I expect a bigger leap for him. Now, will the secondary hold up? You're missing. I mean, the Honey Badger is gone. Justin Reed played very well though, and you're filling that with you're filling the Honey Badger with Tashawn Gibson, who at this point is a bit of a journeyman. He's a veteran, so there's that. Aaron Colvin hasn't really played up to that contract. Jonathan Joseph, reliable, steady. Bradley Roby now returns to the nickel. Struggled really bad last year, playing on the outside, and actually being like without Keel Talib. He actually struggled in the slot. Like he was targeted. They threw it at him. So hopefully that was just a bad year, and hopefully this is a rebound year. So there's a little questions in the secondary, but honestly, this defense looks good. It looks scary. It will be what wins this team games. Speaking of games, let's take a look at this schedule because, woof, you started off with the Saints, the Jaguars. Don't sleep on the Jaguars. Nick Foles, man. But the Saints and then the Chargers in week 3. That's tough. That is tough. And then you follow that up with Panthers, Falcons, Chiefs, Colts, and then a Raiders team that might not be bad. Honestly, the schedule's not in your favor. It's not. You also have games against the Ravens and the Patriots. It's a tough schedule there this year. And this year might not be a playoff year. And you play in a very tough division. Like everyone keeps clowning. The AFC South used to be the bottom of the totem pole. The kid you see in class point at and laugh at. They're not that anymore. This is a very talented division, and it shows. So, as far as a season preview and prediction, I got them going 8-8. Very impressive record given the schedule. Again, we need offensive line depth or consistency, and then I think they need to add a few more playmakers. But I think this is a team that should look good for the next few years. 8-8, you're still competitive. Don't sleep on that. Don't be like, oh, we're only 500. No. Y'all play in a tough division, and you played probably one of the hardest schedules I've seen yet. Godspeed, Texans. Godspeed. But that's the video. So, until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.